we work very hard to visit all the regional theaters we do casting for so that we actually see some of the talent in performance and not just an audition. It really helps inform our opinion about their talent for the future. I think it's also important to see the venues where you're sending people so that you can speak more intelligently about where you're, trying to get people to be willing to go to. I think that, it's our job to see. You have to see who's working, what's happening stylistically, so that you can stay informed for the conversations about, the name-dropping conversations when everybody wants, they throw out a series of names and you have to know who those people are, where they're working, where they worked, and where they're planning on working. Again, fortunately, there's a lot of great internet tools that help. Playbill.com is great. Backstage is another industry, standard that has information. As big of an industry as it is, it's also pretty small, and you hear water cooler talk very easily about who's doing what and how they're doing it. And then we just try and see as much theater in New York as we can of all levels, the Broadway level, the off-Broadway level, and then all the self-produced stuff in the smaller venues as well. Stars, celebrities are always sought after. Everybody wants to grab the people that are in the spotlight for their projects because it increases the profile of their piece. I think the commercial theater model that exists currently in New York is very indicative of that. There's more television and film-based personalities over the titles of shows in New York now, I think, than there have ever been. But at the same time, celebrities have always been doing commercials and working from one medium into the next. I think now there's just so many more available opportunities for people to cross-pollinate and to jump from a recording career to Broadway or jump from a film career back to their theater roots. And I think that functions at every level. Regionally, because it's always a budget issue also, sometimes it's about what the theaters can afford. So maybe they might be able to bank one TV star or one recognized film star for one lead role in their season, and then that's an advertising marketing point of view that they can use. Our job as casting directors, I think, is to try to maintain an artistic integrity as we hit all of those celebrities. Because, I think the magic of theater is that not everybody is made to perform on stage. The same way not everybody is made to perform in films. And I don't think that by virtue of celebrity in one medium, you are guaranteed to be successful in another. There are clearly people who can do all of it brilliantly, and there are clearly people who can't. So I think our job is to try to, filter that out and help our directors stay in line with the art of the piece and not just the celebrity of the people in it. Because then the stars become what you're seeing, and it's not about the piece. And I think that's important for some pieces. Others, I think the piece is the star. And, and actors want to work. So if you can't get a movie star, well, find the best actor available is what we'd like to do. We're happy to find the stars. We do it. The agents are great about taking the offers. I think it's easier now than it was 12 years ago. And in my office's experience, there was a theater we were casting for regionally, and this is going back, 10 or 12 years, and we hit a point where they were asking us just to find a lot of TV people. They really wanted TV people in their shows. And back then, there wasn't as much resource available to find out if, A, they sang, or then nobody wanted to jump out of television world to go do, stock theater in, a second-tier city cross-country. Unless they had some, burning desire to play that role. So it was harder back then. I think now everyone's doing it, so then it's easier to get it done, and people are more open to hearing about it. And we've been able to attach a very high-profile person to this one project, and we're in talks with several others. So it's a little bit more of a known line, from beginning to end to attach celebrities at this point.